Hey everybody, what's up? It's Joel, aka the Daily Guru, and it's time for another edition of Something Old, Something New. Today for Something Old, we're staying a little more recent than usual, and we're going to take a look at Beck's amazing 2002 release, Sea Change. While in most cases, an artist or a band will take a particular sound and just develop it over the course of their career, Beck seems hellbent on taking the complete opposite approach and churning out as much versatile music as he possibly can. It's this musical diversity that has vaulted Beck to become one of the most highly revered and respected musicians on the planet, and Sea Change is the best he's ever had to offer. The fact of the matter is, Sea Change is one of the most beautiful and intimate recordings ever in the entire history of recorded music. And it would be this album that showed an entirely new side of Beck's personality. There's this fragile, vulnerable tone that runs throughout the entire album, and the way that Beck creates and manipulates these textures is never anything short of mesmerizing. Truth be told, Sea Change had actually been almost 2 years in the making before Beck even walked into the studio, and there's no question that this slower process resulted in some of the most complete orchestrations that Beck has ever offered. However, even when Beck has a large amount of music behind him, there's still this stark, almost sparse feel to a lot of these songs, and it's this contrast that becomes one of the most intriguing aspects of the entire album. It's the way that Beck is able to find completely new and subtle ways to mix in his usual arrangement of sound effects and various instrumentation, and yet he never upsets or disturbs these amazing sonic landscapes that he's created. Whether it's a really large string section or nothing more than Beck and an acoustic guitar, there is not a single song on this album that fails to completely grip the listener. Even with his massive back catalog, there's no question that Beck has never sounded as raw and unguarded as he does throughout this entire record, and you're able to appreciate Beck's lyrics and his voice like never before. So if you're looking for one of the most beautiful albums recorded in recent history and perhaps of all time, go out right now, do your ears a favor, and get a copy of Beck's Sea Change. Alright guys, today for something new, we're going to check out the brand new album from Julian Lynch, and it's called Terra. Now, if you're not familiar with who Julian Lynch is, he's been releasing music over the last few years as he's completing his PhD in ethnomusicology. This educational aspect of his life takes a large role in the music that he creates, as the variety and the depth that he brings to the songs are completely unlike anything else being recorded right now. The range and instrumentation that he brings to these songs is almost staggering. From hand drums to harmonicas to acoustic guitars to synthesizers, it's the way that all the different sounds work together that makes this album so intriguing. While Julian Lynch doesn't exactly show an exceptional talent on any instrument in particular, it's the fact that he's more than proficient on all of them that's the key to his wonderfully unique orchestrations. Throughout Terra, one can hear elements in everything from dream pop to Afrobeat to psychedelic to garage rock, and the way that Julian Lynch brings all these sounds together is rarely anything short of blissful. And also, even while a lot of these orchestrations seem really large in sound, there's this sense that they're very delicate and very fragile, and it really sets them apart from just about anything I've ever heard. And on top of these really cool musical textures, Julian Lynch places his own voice. And in most cases, it's actually more of a musical instrument onto itself as opposed to a vehicle for some sort of lyrics. Perhaps the finest aspect of this entire album is the fact that it has this amazingly relaxed mood that runs throughout the entire thing. And it's almost like Lynch is just putting the music out there, and whether you like it or not, he doesn't really care. He's content in the act of making music alone. So there's no question that on the buy it or borrow it, Julian Lynch's Terra is a 100% buy it. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe, go ahead and like the video, go ahead and comment, whatever you want to do. If you want to email me, you can do that at thedailyguru@gmail.com, and check out thedailyguru.net, where every single day I'm writing about the greatest songs ever written. And you can also follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on Twitter, and we'll see you guys again next week.